What up, homies? Welcome to episode 16 of our Disco Elysium playthrough. I feel like with every game there's always an episode that I call the weird one, and I think today might be that episode for Disco Elysium. We are still in the broke boy limbo of trying to get coins so we can afford shelter for the night, and so we go exploring. There might be 130 real just chilling in the gutter somewhere. We end up back at the Seminese supremacist freak and we go talk to him because he is one of our leads to actually progress the game. And since we can't world star him and we can't sneak past him, we gotta convince him that we actually agree with his disgusting worldview. So today we'll spend some time talking about race and genetics and supremacy. And yeah, it's as fucked up as it sounds. But at least we succeed at getting that detective thought. Later on, we explore the nightly city some more and learn about its feudal history and the revolution. Thanks for coming by, and enjoy! What up, homies? Welcome back to Disco Elysium. It's still in the middle of the night. It's 1 o'clock, we haven't slept yet, we can't afford to sleep because we don't have money. I've been sitting here thinking for about, let's say 5 minutes about what to do, trying to decide what to do, because we still have the option to get Kim's spinners that he confiscated and pawn them off to get them money, but he would probably not be very happy about that, and I don't really want to, take his shit. Just because we fucked up, but I don't see any way of sleeping here without doing that. But still, we said last time that we don't want to do that, and I think I'm still want to stick to that decision. You can tell how extremely confident I am in that decision. I just had a little info tip pop-up thingy in the loading screen that said if I want to do something that I'd rather not be spotted with, or that I don't want anybody to notice, I should wait until Kim goes to sleep and then do it. So the way I see it, basically at the moment we have two choices. Either we take these spinners, sell them off, and Kim would be sad, or hopefully wait until he goes to bed at one point and then try to fuck around with that corpse again, try to steal his shoes and sell them off. I don't know if that works. We'll see. We are very frail, so I'm scared of spending a night outside because that's probably not very good for us. But I want to see what happens if we don't sell those spinners. Alright, that's for the beginning here. We have some I don't have small tasks, we have some larger tasks. Most of them involve it being day and people being there. What's most interesting to me at the moment is the quest concerning this armor thingy. I'm supposed to talk to the Jolly Mask. I suppose that's the that beatnik person up there. Maybe I can talk to him about armor and about the rest of the armor, and especially how I can sell that armor if I get it off of that dead body. I don't know if that's even possible, but maybe that would be a way to make enough money to actually be able to sleep here. So it's 1 a.m. Hopefully this guy goes to bed at one point. You already mentioned it, like 3 hours in game back, I think. I don't know what will happen to us. Alright, but first we have a little quest here. We can call in here the serial number of the victim's armor. We can call that in using his shortwave, so let's do that first.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect
transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage.
Sure. Pick up the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50 100 1000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500V.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Okay.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Okay. Most of those words don't mean a thing to me. Have you heard back? Just immediately push her. Okay, alright.
7, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Close the door. Can I talk to that guy? Maybe you want to go to bed? No. Alright. So let's try to see if this homie up here is still around or if he's gone to bed. I mean, it's pretty late at night. Yep, he gone. Is that guy still here? Yeah, that motherfucker is still here. Of course. What the hell? Audio clipping. I was thinking we have started a bunch of smaller quests here and are stuck at some points. Most importantly, getting into that harbor. And I don't see any other way of us getting in here. The three options that I see at the moment is punching this guy out, which is off the table, jumping down from that ledge up here to get our jacket, and then I think we'd already be in the harbor, but we are not fit enough to do that, so that seems kind of off. And the thing that most fits us is convincing this guy to let us through by accepting his weird supremacy bullshit theories. I think we failed that once. I don't know if we can immediately do that again. Wait, where's it here? The map, and we have here, measure head. Conceptualization medium. It's still white. I don't know why it's still white. I think we failed that. But if we're gonna talk to this guy now and see if we can do that. If we can't, we can level up conceptualization because we got a skill point here. I still want to use one skill point to access the suicide of Krasmazov idea, which means we would have to gain a new thought slot, I guess. But we are very close to leveling up again. We are at 67. If we get some of those quests done, it should be doable. So let's talk to that guy. We also got the tip.
Your race descent has only
Okay, we can do it.
Since I last saw you.
Manana's hint.
Really let yourself go.
Okay, that's good. Can we get that higher? I mean, 83% is fine. Let's just do it. Yeah.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Sure. Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. I don't want to do that. Sure, go ahead. I do whisper. This is for the thing. On second thought, I don't. Relinquish the opportunity to learn advanced race theory. Opportunity to learn advanced race theory. That's a nice set of words. Ugh. Whisper.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
Yeah, what you sighing for, man? You're not helping. I've got to do something.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need educational?
I guess all of them? Type A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Listening to this guy is just...
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are the Maun? Okay, got it. Who are type A then, in your view? Who exactly are they?
You know them by the names of their nation-states. The Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Maun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Okay. The wooden clogs, though.
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Unbelievable.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Tassel-centric culture, huh? Okay, got it. Who are type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities. The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
I hate listening to this asshole. And who are the Seminese and Areopagites in this?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
And the Seminese are, and the Areopagites, what's the difference between them? Continue receiving wisdom. Let's continue down this path. We are here now, we're gonna listen to this shit.
The indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Seminese inhabit the southern islands. I am Seminese, from the stock of Ulumbuir on Ile de Fantôme.
And the Areopagites?
The Areopagites are the master race of the Ile Maran deserts. The Seminese are descendants of the Areopagites. We came here during a heroic migration from Ile Marat to Ansuland, thousands of years before the lactose-intolerant Maun Occidentals discovered this place.
And the difference between the two?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
He falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Nature was not capable of more, for sure. Type B.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Mud color.
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare. What?
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities au Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be 4 ethnostates?
I'm not sure, because he mentioned earlier in our first talk that it's not about skin color if you are Seminese or not, which is weird because, you know, it's all about genetics with this guy. So let's see. You don't like that?
They are microscopic. The Semino-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholiers you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. I've heard about this revolution. Mistakes were made, but it was the right stuff. You're wrong about it. Yeah, but, you know, that other guy told us to just suck it up to that, guys. Otherwise, we will never get through. Yeah, now we had to listen to all this bullshit he's spewing, so, you know. That revolution was perpetrated by degenerate left-wing marauders. Not all the people of Revachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution? I'm not. I want to pick this, but I'm not sure if he's gonna, you know, still allow us to continue. I mean, we succeeded in that role, so maybe it doesn't say, you know, opt out of that. Let's call it a thought. Fuck, I'm gonna do it.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
Can you imagine dealing with a person like that in real life? How fucked up must that be? Every little thing you do or don't do or think about doing or talk about doing could lead to some weird deformation or impact onto your brain or skull or bone structure or whatever, and this or thus turn you into whatever. And he's got reasons for all of that shit? What the hell, man? Continue.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the coico to the occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant.
The revolution is familial insomnia, a hereditary condition passed on, but it's not passed sexually. He said the revolution is not a sexual transmitted disease, but through trade routes and somehow through potatoes. What?
Enough of type mediocrity.
He nods, satisfied with the outcome. By the way, we had an achievement that we picked 9 different communism choices, I guess. We're probably at 9 here now. Yeah, we are. The vile CF race cauldron of pedestry, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments? Yes, better not get into it. We're gonna listen to all of that shit now. Chimeric experiments?
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
I'm trying to avoid to draw, parallels to the real world, because obviously a lot of things here have at least somewhat hinted at real world. Examples is a strong word, because, this guy is just full of trash. I'm trying to avoid that because it feels stereotypical, but we heard about... I think there were some hints at, Asian people. I think one hint was at Japanese people. We had hints at East European, probably also Russian people. Obviously, this El Orange and this Königstein thingy was just, Middle Europe, Germany, Netherlands. And this last stuff here seems to relate to... the last part seems to relate to, Chicano culture, but at least, let's say, Middle American to South American stuff. But I'm trying not to draw too many parallels here, because I don't even want to get involved with this trash. I wonder who wrote this and if it was hard for them. I hope so.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Sure. Maybe I have misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring anymore? You got any more of that shit? Scratch his face. First one.
You are right. You have misunderstood.
Of course.
You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Sure. Any more?
Then there is the Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
I'm scared where this leads, because the combination of this world's Seminese and this world's Koikik makes me scared where this leads. I'm not gonna get into it. Better not. 2, the Seminokoiki Chimera seems like more than I could handle right now, and yes, I want to know about that.
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko. to produce a super worker of Semini's strength and great servility.
This reminds me of Parshman from the Stormlight Archives from Brandon Sanderson. It's probably not, but just reminded me of that.
This will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Simonese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman or Koika.
Is there a way to shoot this guy?
But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type F. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you help me get that body down if I do? Wow. That's a twist. We're talking about that body back there. The dead guy. So I did not expect that here. How do I word the mystery? Except... I mean, if he would help me, why not? I prefer this guy to help me do that than whoever we will come into contact next, because who we are coming into contact next is the leader of the union, and this guy's let's call it the boss, and he is probably even more fucked up. Maybe not exactly in the same supremacy type way, but it sounds kind of mob-like what's going on here, and I don't really want to owe a favor to that guy. So, I'd be glad if that guy helped us. Let's see. Will you help me?
We will see.
Okay, nice. Thanks.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
Yeah, but not if I'm not able-bodied at all. So, I don't know if there is...
I'm mildly worried he might take it seriously, the lieutenant thinks. Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
Sure, be worried. Just let me cook. So, except, I wonder if this... I feel like this should add a new thought into our set here, which would mean that we have to use that skill point to unlock that thing and then probably unlock the thought, and then when we accept it, we can talk to that guy, which would kind of suck, because that means that we'd have to spend another 3 to 4 hours to actually unlock that. We'll see. How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Alright, let's discuss
I
something
cannot
else.
possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
Let's go over that funky classification again.
And venereal disease.
Yeah, shut the hell up. Jesus Christ. Alright. Process, I guess. What is the race? It's actually a quest. What is the race enigma? Put the advanced race theory into a free internalizing slot in your head. If there are no free slots, free one up. Then pass some time. When it's internalized, return to a measure head. This is how thinking is done. Sure. So there's a new one here now. Yeah? No, wait, where's it here? Advanced race theory. -1 drama. Fooled by the absurdity. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement, koikos juggling potatoes, eczema-ridden mounds grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving sub-kips and the zeolite cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of the race Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something drawing nearer. Sure, we want to free up a slot either way, so as soon as that shit is done, we're gonna go here, clean it up, and then just immediately raise it from our head again, just go Man in Black mode, and then we're gonna put in the Suicide of Cosmos off. So we need this slot either way, so that it's not wasted. Alright, internalize. Look at that picture. So how long does that take? 1 hour 40 minutes. That might be enough to still be awake. Oh my god, that sucked. Okay, and once we're done with that, we can talk to that guy, get to that button back here, and that opens up that door. The last couple of episodes I mentioned that I don't want to open up the big gate, and I thought the button opened up that gate, but watching that back while editing, I heard back that that button will just open that door and we can talk to whoever's behind that. And it won't open this whole gate here to let the strikers through, or the strike breakers. So let's spend this 1.5 hours, so 1 hour 40 minutes down here. I'm sure we haven't looked at everything here. I mean, we stopped pretty much around here, so let's go. We can touch that. What's in there? Steal some shit? Alright, cash. Is it a plaque?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Okay. Encyclopedia Medium 11. What did this king do? 72%.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
That's actually pretty cool. The fact that the this revolution, I think this anti-centennial revolution is the one people are talking about. So this, I assume it's somewhat related to a communist revolution because it's always been mentioned together. So I assume it's that, and that would have been the step taking down monarchy, which is pretty much what happened in Tsarist Russia, or following up the Soviet Union in the early 20th century. So based on the fact, theory stuff, that the next logical step after monarchy, or feudalism, would actually be capitalism, because you need to have some industrial revolution and development to even have the basic setup and arrangement to even go further than that into socialism and communism after that, that's the basic theory. I'm keeping it short. That might be a hint into why this revolution failed, since the step in between has been missing. Cool background information. We never got that. Okay, let's continue. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Fair enough, I have other questions. Stop the knowledge from pouring in. No, give knowledge.
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Obese dragon is also a combination of words that I've never seen before. Obese dragon.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Alright, necktie. I would like to... Oh, by the way, thanks for the homie who left that comment. Whenever there's quotation marks, that's something that we actually say out loud. Here, there are no quotation marks, so that's what we are thinking and probably reacting to this necktie. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true. A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now? I don't want to know. The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay, what is nose candy? I feel like we know that. This is a lot to process. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie. Okay, where is he buried now? Can I question or do all of these? Because I'm kind of interested. So what is nose candy?
Cocaine.
Thank you. This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Okay. So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie, question mark?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
The revolution... Oh, yeah. I was just wondering why the revolutionaries said that 150 years later. That's a big time gap between what I just briefly started theorizing on. But I think it mentioned that he was the one that kicked off that way into a decline in, feudal power. Okay, where is he buried now? I guess nowhere in the sea, I guess.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
Why is the statue here, by the way? This guy doesn't seem like a guy that we should have a statue here for. What happened to the statue? I guess it got destroyed and now it's put back up?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument? I assume it's nationalists, right?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
What? Weird.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant, so funny and nihilistic. That's such a bad idea. I really don't get it. I get the idea. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart. But it feels at the same time kind of cruel towards these people living here. Every time they pass here, struggling through their life, probably, they can look back on a history that's 150 years ago, even longer now. I guess it should be around 190 years now. And think on the fact that 190 years ago, things were similar. So how much hope should they have and get and be able to, find for themselves that they can improve something? So it's a bad idea.
People in Martinaise tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
Young ironists. Kind of funky.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Your beast dragon.
Not that he ever did in life either.
Cool. There's stuff here. A bold slogan, Human Ox, covers the truck. Human Ox, huh? We should equip our... No, that's not our bag. Because it highlights trash cans. I mean, picking up trash really does not give it many money. It does not give many money. But it's something. Ooh, damn, a dirty shirt. White tank top. Physical instrument. Of course. We're not gonna call it a wife beater. I'm just gonna hint at it. What up?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Pale driver. We heard about this pale a couple of times now, which always seemed kind of mystic. Is that some kind of drug-induced state, and pale driver is just a really fancy way of saying it's a drug?
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
So she's got yellow teeth as fuck, is what I'm hearing here. A golden as her smile.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your
grandma. Snap your fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. Nothing to do here. If she is a drugged up person, we will not get anything from her. If she is just, a poor person sitting here and, trying to exist, bothering her is just fucked up. But I want to, get to know more. So excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. Is what we're going to pick.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
This seems rude. Snap your fingers in front of her face is just pure asshole shit. That's the cop way of doing things, and we are not that. And grandma just seems weird. It could be extremely rude. Because if she goes like, oh, what, my grandkids? And it's just, this motherfucker. We did not improve her night. I'd love to know what she's about. Maybe we can talk to her in the day and just leave her here now. Nowhere to go? Okay, that's it. Can I go down here? There is something. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. We haven't passed much time, did we? So, 9 minutes. Okay. Sure. Is there any other way to spend time? Just, sit around? Anything here in the corner somewhere? No. By the way, can I talk to you? Do you have anything new? No. Okay. We do have a way of spending time. We could have a look at our journal and analyze one of our past cases. Maybe learn something from that. That actually sounds like a cool idea. So how about we get in here where it's warm? That tooltip said, don't be afraid of saying weird things. I don't think we have. I don't think we have been scared of that. Alright, let's just stand here. Oh, wait, let's stand where we can actually see our yellow guy. Okay, cool. Let's go into one of our journal cases here. Interact, journal, and... is that... yeah, it is. Okay, alright.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
We can actually do this again, but it's only a 58%. I feel like we should wait on that. There's something in there. It won't be my badge. I don't think that fits in here. I mean, it could be. But 58 is too low. And I don't think... fuck, let's go out again. I don't think we have anything that decreases interfacing. We just have one thing that increases it. These gloves. And I don't think we have anything that can improve it. No. Alright. Let's just chill with that. Do later.
It's the ledger you found.
Read the
It
case
takes
file.
about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
So, which one do we want? Just go 1, 2 through 5. The Next World Mural, The Unsolvable Case, The Square Bullet Hole Murders, The Couch in an Unexpected Location, Murder at the Hookah Parlor. These names don't tell me anything, so we're just gonna go from 1 through 5. The Next World Mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
Someone mentioned Grand Couronne. I think the grandma lady down there mentioned that no, the shopkeeper, I think. When they have enough money, they're gonna go there and live there.
Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class."
Cool.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case.
The bummer. I like that.
The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World Mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Cool. Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
Remove the mural, it is wrong. Keep the mural, it is right. Let's read it again before we make a decision. The true love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. No, that's too doomy gloomy. Change is still possible. So this is just another way of keeping, let's call it consent about the world and the way it is. Either through this nihilistic view of, nothing changes ever, so who gives a fuck? Just keep on going and maybe the next life is better. Or, the myth of upward mobility and, winning in the lottery or suddenly becoming a billionaire, which is why you will never vote for increasing rich guy taxes because you might be one of them one day. So yeah, I think I'm for removing it.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class, and the middle class are not to be blamed. It's human nature. Ugh. That's just one of those many arguments that I'm not going to go into it. It's not human nature. We wouldn't have lasted out of 10,000 years of civilization if that was human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. Yeah.
No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next?
Man with the smelly toilet ledger.